college football preview video. This is the mega preview for week 9. Hope you're having a great day. I'm the big man on campus, joined with our weekly co-host, Donnie Wrightside. Donnie, Sixers tipping off.
Yeah, watching them. Yep. Yeah, damn right.
It's early. It's a low-scoring game so far. But defense looks pretty good. We'll see. Ben is so tough to stop in the open court, isn't he?
He really is. I'm watching a little bit, running up and downstairs. Obviously, we only about 6-7 minutes in. Has he taken a 3 yet? I would say no. Correct?
No, he's not.
Was that I saw the bet today, Jeff, that came out 10-1 if he makes a 3. I thought it should have been 10-1 if he actually attempts a 3. Isn't that free money?
No, it's attempt a 3 in this game. You're saying?
No, the prop bet was 10-1 that he makes a 3-pointer tonight. And I actually thought it should have been 10-1 if he shoots one. Forget about if he even makes it.
I mean, I think he'll definitely attempt one, but
I don't know, man.
I mean, according to him, he's been working on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna we don't look, if the Sixers lose tonight, there's 80 games. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. You would want him to still beat the Celtics, but if he's not going to shoot threes, they ain't winning in the playoffs. And anybody who comes out, Sixers going to win the NBA title. If Ben doesn't shoot threes and make them, they're not winning jack shit. So
no, I couldn't agree more. I think they have a limited bench.
They'll be a very good regular season team, Jeff. We can agree. But when you get to the playoffs and the floor spacing gets all jacked up because your point guard is wide open and won't shoot a 3, you lose.
Plus, you have to be able to score in a half court. People don't understand that.
Yes.
If you get bogged down in the half court, you can't create offense.
Fouls are less in the playoffs. Yeah. You know what I mean? Come on, man. We know.
Yeah. And again, the regular season's not important to the Sixers. They'll be good. It's just once the playoffs get here, can they take that next step? But all right, Donnie, listen, we're not going to be on too long tonight. In fact, guys, I'm probably not going to be doing this particular show going forward on Wednesday night. It's just redundant. I do the same show on Saturday. I kind of did this as kind of early on. It was a great thing to do because we were
nothing going on.
Yeah, we're building content, and with college basketball coming up, with the other stuff we're doing, there's really no need for 2 shows. We can do a show on Saturday morning, and that's going to take care of college football for the week. Now, plays will still come out. I'll still put them out for free. And again, Donnie, you and I talk about this on the right side of campus, a lot of these games, and, on Wednesdays and Thursdays and Fridays. So, this is my 5th show today, so – but if you're watching the show live, thanks for watching. A lot of people check it out after the fact. Donnie, you actually said you have a and I don't want you to give it out right now, but you actually said you have a play tonight that
I gotta go.
You're gonna give out for the weekend, which is exciting. I first want to touch on tomorrow's game, Donnie, between SMU and Houston. I don't understand this movement to 13.5. Houston is way better than SMU is way better than Houston. I guess the talk is Donnie Clayton Tune's going to play. I don't know that it really matters, though. I mean, SMU is going to run roughshod all game over Houston. Houston can't defend fucking anybody. They're one of the worst defense in the country. I think we're just getting a great line move down here. Clayton Tune is not worth 1.5. He's a good player, but I don't think he's much better than Holgerson, to be real honest with you. I think SMU rolls. I think they run away with this game. SMU's real, Donnie. They're legit in the AAC.
Not that 7-0 SMU. Good grief, man.
Yeah, they beat some good teams. I mean, they beat TCU. They've beaten some decent football
Good
teams.
for them.
Yeah, definitely exciting for sure. I'm leaning towards that myself here if I had to play it. But Donnie, Saturday's kind of where it's at. I want to run a couple games by. I want to a couple games by the listeners here. First of all, and I'm going to give you a game number here because that's where we want to go. 137, 138. Our boy, Buckshot Calvert, Liberty.
Yeah, I did a video on this game early in the week.
Taking on Rutgers. Listen, I mean, it's hard to really explain how bad Rutgers is offensively. I've watched them. Really, outside of Isaiah Pacheco, they have little to nothing. Their quarterback can't even move the ball. He can't even throw. Their offensive line is horrible. One thing about Liberty is they've actually been a pretty good defense this year, for the most part. I don't love laying points to them because it seems like they win every game 20-14, Liberty. But Rutgers is really bad. How do you not just bet against them right now where, I mean, you're only laying a 7.5 here. You're not laying 15. You're not laying 19. I feel like you just bet this game on principle.
You have to bet it on principle, Jeff, because you see a number out there, and if you don't even know what you're looking at, you say, wait a second. I never heard of Liberty football, and they're laying over a touchdown to Rutgers. When you have an offense, Jeff, like Rutgers, because what it really boils down to, take both programs here. Even though Liberty is not a Power 5 school, they have a legitimate offense that knows what they're doing and a quarterback that's thrown, 50, 60 touchdowns in his career. When you look at Rutgers, Jeff, they barely can get the snap off correctly. Do you know what I mean? Where I'm going with this? I don't care that Rutgers is at home. They're a Big Ten team. They're getting more than a touchdown. They're going to play. They're an abomination on offense. If they get double-digit points, I would be astounded this weekend.
No,
we're talking Liberty.
I've talked about that with like soccer, where you have like these really like small countries where like they play like even just a competent country like Sweden, not like even Brazil or anything, and they can't even string passes together or move the ball. Rutgers, I'll be kind here. I'll say 27-10. It seems about right here. I'm betting
44 total. That's a low total for Liberty too, because you even want to figure out like, well, if this is the one game Rutgers could put up 28, it would be at Liberty. You can't even try. Did you see the scores that they had, Jeff? I mean, my God.
I will say this. I've watched a lot of college football in my life. Rutgers could be the worst team I've ever seen. Like, and I mean that. Like, and they're a Power 5 football team, Donnie.
Yes,
think about
they're
that.
In the Big Ten. You're right, because like, they get blown out in the Big Ten, but when they step out and play like the MAC conference, they shell them. No, they get blown out by everybody. You're right. This as a Power 5 football team, you might be. And Jeff, we're talking the Kansases of the world that are lumped into this, and they're way worse than Kansas.
Let me ask you, who's worse, Rutgers or UMass? UMass is pretty bad.
UMass is worse.
But the current state of Rutgers is really like, how many teams down in the FCS do you think could beat Rutgers? At least 20.
Quite a bit, yeah. But the one thing that with like UMass, I actually think if Rutgers just lined up and just handed the football off every play, they probably would win the game, just because UMass is just UMass on defense. But a legitimate team like Liberty, they'll beat them.
I bet, Donnie, there's hundreds of high school teams that could beat Rutgers.
I don't know.
Don Bosco could beat Rutgers.
I don't know.
Wisconsin Whitewater, Mount Union, those kind of teams.
Yeah, well, Mount Union might be able to take, because at least they got 18, 19, 20-year-olds. Yeah.
The ticker must be broke here. We got 8 people watching. That's it.
Broken. I'm not even in the chat box. Yeah, I'm only looking at. I can't see anything from StreamYard.
It's weird. Maybe StreamYard's busted because I've used it so many times today. But you and I are just having some fun. What'd you have for dinner, by the way? What'd you eat?
Wife cooked up some lemon pepper chicken, which was delicious. Had some broccoli with it, and also some scalloped potatoes. So I ate good tonight. I had a good meal.
You finally ate something good. How about that?
Exactly. I didn't have to go out and scavenge, Taco Bell for a nacho box or anything. No, I didn't have to do that.
Why do I have a feeling you'll still go to Taco Bell?
I don't know. You know what? You never know, Jeff. I got the Nationals game I just put on here for the World Series.
You're actually watching?
Yeah, it starts tonight. Game 1 of the World Series. I do have that on. I know. I mean, come on, like, Jeff, what is going on with it? Like, is it just me? Like, I love to bet, like, in the summer from May all the way through to September. Baseball's on my mind. I love to talk about it. I love to cap it. And the minute September turns, when I stop doing baseball, I don't give a damn about baseball. And the World Series is on. Now, I guess, if the Yankees were in it, you would be down and watching. I understand. If the Phillies were a good team and making a run, I would be in on it. But I can't think of a more dormant sport that heads to its playoffs than baseball. It's unbelievable. I'll
be honest, Donnie.
Yeah.
If you told me tonight, Game 7, do or die, I wouldn't watch 1 minute of it.
No, it's I even though I don't like soccer, the final of the World Cup I will watch. A big game for the United States, I will still watch, because I like events, and I'd still would watch a Game 7. Even hockey, I would watch a Game 7. I'd be like,
who won the World Cup, Donnie? Do you know?
Hold on, because I know the women's one just went through, and obviously that's an easy.
Well, the U.S. one's every year.
No, I know. Damn, hold on. I don't even know.
France.
Yeah, I wouldn't even have guessed it.
They beat Croatia.
Damn. Croatia made the final? Damn.
They did.
I can't remember.
As far as I remember, yeah. All right, let's keep it moving here. Yeah, but it's all about football, Donnie. That's how it goes, man. I mean, once football gets here, baseball just kind of takes a back seat.
And let me guess, Jeff. I'm looking right now, but I'm going to guess that the roof is not open in Houston. You know what? Let's get. You're big on weather, Jeff. Let's get a weather report in Houston tonight. Hold on.
Probably 80 and clear.
Houston weather. Let's see, Houston 14.
74 and clear.
74 degrees tonight, Jeff. You know what we would do in the summer on a 74 degree? Like, this is absolutely gorgeous. I love baseball. What a weather tonight. We're going to keep this bad boy in a dome. Oh, man.
Weird.
Yeah.
Hey, also, Donnie, when did look, sports betting is huge now. Everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
When will we stop? Nobody gives a fuck about these guys that bet tons of money on
nobody.
games.
And
Nobody
it's funny you
cares.
brought that up. Wasn't there a poll that went out yesterday by one of these guys saying, would you like to hear about it? It was overwhelming. Yes. It was actually interesting. It was actually interesting. Like maybe the first week or two where it was legal. Like, oh man, like people are actually getting down in New Jersey and like this guy bet $75,000 on the Buffalo Bills this weekend, where somebody just bet $10,000, 8-1 on Denver. Who cares? Let me know. Let me know when somebody bet $37 million on like an underdog on the money line. Then I would be interested.
I saw like Darren Ravel, which by the way, Action Network is completely junk.
I don't follow.
It is some completely. It is so going downhill. Darren Ravel did like I'm gonna travel around with this mattress guy. It's like, who cares?
Travel around with Mattress Mac?
Yeah, it's like, who cares? Like Chad Millman did it down years ago with Phil Ivey. That was cool. Like Phil Ivey's just a nut. He bets like on anything.
Well, what's the Action Network do? Like the Ravel on the Action Network, like he's not. Are they doing gambling still on the Action Network? Is anybody?
And they put game previews out and shit, but it's like
I know Blackjack and LaDuca, they no longer are there, and I know the one who's the big the offensive lineman that was supposedly like a genius in the NFL, but obviously gambling is completely different, and he sank on that thing. He's gone. Yeah,
Jeff Schwartz, he's gone. I think all their video stuff's gone. They don't do anything.
God, all they do is I'll tell you, but who's the real winner in this, Jeff? The people that got signed by Action Network and just stole money. I mean, they won, right?
Yeah, I mean, they did a terrible job hiring people. I mean, here's how those businesses work. And I'll tell you, because we do it, Donnie. Mm-hmm. The goal with a business like that is to put out the best content. Mm-hmm. People watch content, and it's all about eyes. Yes. So, not to be arrogant, you go and hire people like me and Donnie who have followings. We're going to bring views and eyes to your site, and we could put out good content. Yeah. There's not a lot of people that can go on camera and do this.
Yep.
And do it competently.
Like if we take case in point, Jeff, let's just say you're an NBA capper, right? You cap the Boston Sixers game. You talk about it for 5 minutes. You give salient points both ways. You give good content. People can chime in on the chat box. They like it. Your play ends up being the Sixers -5.5, and they lose. The people don't really actually care that you lost because, you know what? The content made sense, and long-term it makes sense. It's a fun show, and I'll tune in. Isn't that the point of it? As opposed to just trying to, like, ham and egg it and make stuff up? It's crazy, man.
No, they brought in guys like Paul LaDuca who, are nice guys and everything, but, like, they don't know much about gambling. Neither does, like, what's his name? Worldwide Wob. And like,
what was that signing for? Like, I don't even get that one bit. So we're going to say, all right, same thing with Darren Ravel. Well, he has a big following. He puts out funny clips, and that's our gambling website.
But he's fucking lame. Like,
that's what I mean. Matter. Like, it doesn't. You're right. You're 100% right on that stuff.
Good comment. Your shows are incredible, entertaining, credible, and informative. Hey. Keep it up. I'll recommend it to all my buddies.
Thank you, Miss Nadeau. Thank you, Miss Nadeau.
Yeah, that's my dad, actually. My dad's Joey Peterson. Quinn's Joey Peterson.
Look at this, Jeff. First inning. Blasting. Yo, they're going to win the World Series, Jeff. The Nats. The fucking Nats are going to win the World Series, man.
Yes.
They are tearing up Verlander. 2-0, top of the first, man on second base, nobody out.
Who hit the home run?
Nobody hit. It was I think it was Rendon went off the top of the wall with 2 men on.
That's awesome.
He's such a good player. What is his paycheck, Jeff, next year, Rendon? My God. Jeff, wouldn't he look good in stripes up there in New York at third base? Good Lord.
Yeah. Yeah, he would. All right, let's get back. A couple more games here. Donnie, here's a game that I love. I adore this game on Saturday. 149-150. I like the Hilltoppers here. I like
this in your squad, man.
Yeah, I like this group, man. And I'm not getting the best number here, but I like Western Kentucky. Marshall is a good dog team, Donnie. They're not a good favorite. In fact, let me tell you something about this group, Donnie. Laying points this year, they're 0-4 against the spread, and have failed to cover a 14 of 20 laying points. They're not good as a home favorite. They're not good at – Donnie, they're 0-4 at home this year, Marshall, against the spread. Mm-hmm. They're not that good. Western Kentucky has been good defensively. You look at the last couple of weeks, Donnie, shut down Charlotte, Army, UAB. I mean, Louisville only put up 38. That's not bad. I mean, Louisville's putting up 50, it seems like. I mean, this team is solid. They got a good quarterback in Story. Their run game's solid. They're well coached. Look, I like Marshall, but I have no interest in laying points to them here. This is a better offensive line they're going to play on this weekend. You're not going to have like Florida Atlantic, able to run up the middle on the quarterback. This is a close game. Wouldn't surprise me if West Kentucky win. I have no interest in Marshall as a favorite. They're only bet as a dog. It's that simple.
Yeah, no, I would agree with you on that. They got a pretty good coaching staff in place down there when you're getting ready for backup quarterbacks and starters. They don't seem to miss a beat. It's a good team.
Donnie, look at the last two games between these two. 30-23, 20-17.
Yep. Always
close, always hang around. I like it. I like WKU in this spot. Donnie, what's your play? What do you like?
Yeah, we're going 189, 190, Jeff. Miami Hurricanes, Pittsburgh Panthers. And you look at this game right off the bat and say, hey, how much is Miami favored by? They're not favored by anything at all. Matter of fact, they're getting 6 points in this game, and rightfully so. You talk about two quarterbacks coming into the game. N'Kosi Perry, banged up, separated shoulder. Jaron Williams, who was the original starter to start the season, he got banged up. Now he's getting back in. DJ Dallas, their all-world tailback, he's banged up. He's probably going to play this weekend, but still injured. I don't trust this Miami team, Jeff, as far as I can throw them. That's an embarrassing loss versus Georgia Tech. And by the way, Pittsburgh, Jeff, not to shake a stick at them, but hey, heads up here. At Penn State, the Penn State team that rolls everybody, just beat Michigan at home. Yeah, that was a 17-10 game. Then they go on a 4-game win streak. They beat UCF at home. Pretty good ball club there. Delaware, beat Duke on the road, beat Syracuse on the road. They're beating Miami at home because you know why also, Jeff, what's this funny? South Florida, 80, 85 degrees, muggy conditions. When they head up to play Pittsburgh in the 50s this weekend, they're going to be wearing, triple fat goose coats and bundles and the whole hoodies, ski masks on their face. They're going to get beat this weekend. They're going to lose by a touchdown.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett's a good player. I was impressed by their performance last week, and Miami is a lot like Syracuse. They are inept on offense. This is a pretty good spot. I mean, Miami well. You root for them. They're not playing well. It's just that simple.
When you don't have a quarterback that you can trust, like Miami has speed at wide receiver, right? So you figure like if you just have an accurate quarterback that can just get the ball to guys in space where they can make plays, you see it every weekend. N'Kosi Perry this weekend, if you watch the game, Jeff, you'll see a streaking Miami wide receiver at least one time per quarter get overthrown by 5 yards, and that's the difference.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, Miami's got some real issues. I mean, that's a tough job to really take right now. All right, Donnie, Texas TCU.
Mm-hmm.
I see this total at 59. I don't understand that. Every game Texas plays in is high scoring. I mean, the defense is horrific. TCU has had no issue playing high scoring games this year. This team got run out of the building against Iowa State. They got run out of the building against SMU. They have had no issue scoring points. And I think defensively, they don't have any problem playing in the shootout.
Yeah.
No one stops Texas. They also don't stop anybody either.
That's true.
To give me a total at high 50s, I'm not buying it here. Texas goes quick. I had their team total last week, and it actually ended up coming in. It was a great play. I see this like 37-31, 38-27, something like that.
Yeah.
I think Texas actually wins and covers, but I have no interest in their defense. I think they're that bad. This could be a score for score. I mean, has Texas shown, Donnie, you anything?
No, not that where they can get like a big stop when they need it or like really shut it down on defense and hold a team like 14 points. Nope.
Kansas ran up and down the field.
Up and down the field. You're correct.
It's very odd.
By the way, Jeff, 161, 162, one of those games that we like to look at, the big whiteout, Penn State with the victory, put a lot into it, went down to the last moment. Now you get a Michigan State team, you got to go on the road who's waiting off of a bye. How about that one? Penn State favored by what? 6.5 across the board at this point? Expensive, or you think they could just roll? I think it's a tough spot for them to go to Michigan State this week.
Yeah, Michigan State's a weird team, man, because they're just so poor on offense. It's hard to ever trust them. But, yeah, this is a tough spot. I mean, it seems like Penn State plays every game at home. Not this game, though. You got to go on the road. Yeah. Lansing's always tough. Yeah, I think that's a tough game for them. And then they got an even tougher game the next week, Donnie. My boys, they're playing. You see they're playing next week?
Who? Penn State or
Penn State?
Who's Penn State got next week?
Minnesota.
Oh, there you go.
The 8-0 Minnesota goal.
In Minnesota?
Games in Yeah, it's in Minnesota.
There you go. Back-to-back road games too. Yeah.
I like it. I like it. I think Michigan State can hang there. Great defense, Michigan State.
Yeah. How about the other Big Ten game, Jeff? At noon, Wisconsin and Ohio State. How about that one? Noon.
Yeah, they're going to get ran in that game, dude. They're going to get ran in that game.
Over under 50, looking good for the over. I mean, how do you take an under with Ohio State, right? Do you?
No, I think they have one of the best defenses in the country.
So you would take the under 50 in that game? I'm thinking Ohio State, you could peg them in for over 30. I don't even care if they're playing Wisconsin.
I actually like Wisconsin's defense. So I'm not.
Yeah?
I think that could be like a 31-14 type of game, something like that.
All right.
Donnie, 107, 108. This is your your polls all over it. Connecticut, UMass. Donnie, the worst rushing defense in the country is UMass.
Yeah, I'm going over, by the way, in this one.
I think Connecticut rolls.
I think Connecticut. It's funny too because you think Connecticut stink and Randy Connecticut has to get 40 in this, right? How does Connecticut not get 40?
How long has Connecticut waited for a game like this? Where they're actually like a double-digit favorite, and they can and I'll tell you, Kevin Mensah, a running back, he's actually a pretty good player.
He's going to run wild. I'm telling you, Connecticut is good for. I wonder what the team total is because I actually would be impressed with Connecticut going over this.
I would say it's probably.
If they're favored by 10, it's got. Wow, Jesus, it's crazy.
I mean, UMass stinks.
I know. And look at you're penciling Connecticut for like 45. Jesus Christ.
I mean. Check it out. Do you have 5 dimes?
I do have 5 dimes, yeah.
It's probably out.
Let me see here. Let's go to 5 dimes. We'll shop offshore for this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess 42.
All right, let me see here. Let's go. So we'll go college. What would it be under? College props, maybe?
No, just be under college.
Yeah? All right, let's do it.
I actually can get it here. It's not out yet.
Yeah, I didn't figure it would be. It looks like the only ones that are out are actually SMU and SMU's.
I would say it's 40s. I'll tell you, SMU is going to score more than 40 points tomorrow.
No,
fucking Houston stinks, man.
I like team totals, man. I had such good success with team totals in baseball, and I like team totals in the NFL. And that's good because you don't got to worry about the other team. You know what I mean?
That's how it was last week, Don. I had Texas team total. Yeah. They couldn't get any stops. Yeah. It's like. Just score. I don't care what.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. You don't got to worry about the other.
You fucking lose. I don't care as long as you put more than 41 on the board.
And they did.
This is an interesting game, Don. A really interesting game. Illinois and Purdue.
Yeah.
I don't understand why Illinois is getting 9.5 in this game. I just don't. I know
they're just going to crash and burn because they won a big game, they partied, and they don't give a shit, and they go.
But it's time to get to a bowl game, Donnie. That's what Lovie Smith does. And this Purdue team's got injuries all over the place.
Yeah.
This is another game where I would just take it just for the principle. I don't think Illinois is not – Purdue's struggling. Rondell Moore's still out. I don't understand this. I don't understand this line at all. What's that Sixers score, by the way?
28-23 Boston.
Low scoring.
With Sixers going to the line with 9 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Dad, you want to hear something? Ski Profit and I did a show earlier. And our goal is to obviously put our own picks out that we like.
Yeah.
We wanted to do like a consensus play at the end of the show.
Yes.
And we both agreed that we liked the over in the Sixers game.
Yeah. What was the total?
When we were talking about it, it was 213. At the end of the show, I said, what do you got on the number there? He goes, oh, it's up to 215. And I'm like, yeah, let's just stay off that. Like, that's not where we want it. We ended up staying off it. Thank God. Because that game ain't going to 215.
Man.
What else did I like here, Donnie? Man, Syracuse, Florida State. How disappointing is Syracuse, man? I thought they'd be so much better this year.
No, because you're supposed to be down the path with Dino Babers. Like, you should have a system offense. You know, when you talk about, like, Washington State, like, you don't have to worry about coming into the next year. Like, they're going to be straight on offense. Like, Syracuse shouldn't be like this. They shouldn't.
Donnie, look at that guy's name on the thing. Read that.
Where? I'm not actually in the Big Boss Ham Sandwich. All right, man.
Weird name. All right. A couple other ones here, Donnie. 153, 154. I ain't buying Washington State's 14 points worse than Oregon. Washington State's never out of a game to cover, Donnie. They're going to just throw. And last week, Washington in the rain put up almost 300 on that defense from a passing perspective. Justin Herbert, He's without his best tight end, which is a big loss. They got some running backs dinged up. I get a feeling Mike Leach gets something out of this group this week. I kind of like the over too. I mean, Washington State can't stop anybody. I don't see any reason why this isn't exactly like last week's game between Washington. Washington State's just going to add that dimension of Donnie, have you ever looked up the quarterback at Washington State, Gordon?
Yeah.
Listen to some of these numbers he's put up this year.
What's he got?
507, 481, 440, 570, 466, 369. His low, 252 against Utah. I mean, all they do is throw. They don't run at all. The best job in the country is the running back coach at Washington State. And Donnie, you know that guy, don't you?
Yes, I do. I should give him a call, Jeff, see how the morale's doing up there.
Listen, I think they cover.
Get a suspension.
And I think this game goes over. Oregon's going to touch 40. I have to figure. This should be able to get over.
Jeff, what about some points at 147 and 148? Sherian Jones suspended, but not really going to be their starter this week anyway. You got to see some points in this, right? 70 should be getting just hammered in this game. Who's stopping anybody in this game?
Well, I think with Hawaii, I mean, Hawaii is a great over team, because they don't run it all either, and they can't stop anybody.
Yep.
I mean, New Mexico should be able to run roughshod. I mean, Air Force was able to, so I don't see any reason why they can't. Yeah, I mean, Nick Rolovich's team is fun to watch, but they are fucking horrid on defense.
You're looking at 348 yards a game New Mexico gives up through the air already.
I'll tell you though, man, I'm more or less inclined to back a Hawaii team total here. New Mexico, Donnie, I thought they'd score a ton of points against Liberty. I thought that game would be a shootout. And New Mexico just fucking bogs down the red zone. One thing about New Mexico, they move the ball, but don't fucking score touchdowns. I'm looking at a team total there. If it's under 45, I'm in.
Just air it out. Good weather, Bad defense.
I mean, New Mexico is even worse than Hawaii.
Another poor, really poor.
And they go fast, Hawaii. They don't ever stop scoring either.
Yep.
It's like they're down against Boise, 59-31.
Doesn't matter.
We're going.
Yep.
We're still scoring. Sweet. That's a good call by you.
Yeah,
good
I like that. I like that one.
All right, let's do a couple more here. We'll do 2 or 3 more. Duke, North Carolina. It'd be better if it's a basketball game. I talked about this game on our show earlier, Donnie.
Yeah.
165. I love Appalachian State.
Good program, man.
I'm probably going to bet them tonight. I don't.
Because you get that feeling in this game, even when App State gets up, they could just hand the football off and rip off chunk after chunk after chunk.
And Donnie, nowadays, it's all about, putting points on the board, and doing what you got to do. So I think Eli Drinkowitz will have no problem blowing this team out. Donnie, the two games, they played UL Monroe last week, UL Lafayette the week before.
Yep.
14 points they gave up defensively combined.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Sixers, Jeff, locking it down on D, tied at 32.
How much time?
The 3-ball by Thibault, missed it. 7 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Perfect. What else do we have? Any other games, Donnie, you like?
I was just going up and down, just checking a couple.
Here's a good one. Navy Tulane. Here's a little bit of advice for you. I'm going to tell all of you because I'm the king of military schools. If anyone tells you they are, they're fucking lying. Donnie, there's no one better or more efficient at military schools than me. In fact, if I was a little bit skinnier, I'd probably go to the military. I love it. Yeah. I adore it. It's awesome. Here's the thing. Tulane, 0-2 this year, Donnie, is a road underdog. They failed to cover in 7 of 10 on the road as a dog. Let me give you a little bit of keynotes to think about. Navy this year at home, 4-0 against the spread. 9-5 over the last 3 seasons. Navy's 12-3 at home straight up over the last 3. This team just gets the job done at home. I have no interest in betting against them, and I get some real concerns with the Tulane Green Wave. You look at one team that was able to run roughshod. I mean, Army had no trouble moving the ball. Houston had no trouble moving the ball. I mean, I don't put a lot of stock in the fact that they stopped UConn. Who cares? Memphis threw for 358 on them.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm buying Tulane. I'm not buying what they're selling. This is a tough game here. It's hard to prepare for that triple option. These games are generally close, and Navy's not going to blow anyone out here, but Navy played with a little revenge. Tulane beat them last year. They got beat up in that game. This is a different Navy team.
How about since they already saw Armies, that give them a little bit of shot in the arm, with that same sort of
but they didn't stop them. And Navy's way more dynamic. Navy's got Malcolm Perry. Army doesn't have Malcolm Perry. Army's still fairly rugged. They run up the middle like every play. They just open a break something. Navy's dynamic, man. They can throw the ball.
Yeah.
Good football team. Love Navy. Huge game in this conference. 2 straight road games for Tulane. I like Navy here. I like them a lot.
No, I could see your point on that, sure.
All right, let's pick one more, and then we'll wrap this show up. I'm sick of doing shows. Don't call me and ask me to go on Periscope. I'm not doing it tonight.
Yeah, ask me anything. Midnight, Jeff. Nadeau.
No, I didn't do them last night. I'll be watching the Denver-Portland game tonight. Donnie, how about this for a total in college football?
Go, give me the number.
141, 142.
Jeez. That's like there's another 37 out there too. I saw was in the Big Ten. I think it was like Iowa, Northwestern too. Jesus.
I mean, Cal is down to the 3rd string quarterback.
Yeah.
Garbers is out. Modster's out.
A 21-point line and a 37-point total. Good.
So basically, you're banking on Cal scoring 10. That's about it.
Yep.
But here's the thing about Utah, Donnie. Look at this team. They don't blow anybody out.
Because of the style of play.
Yeah, I mean, Utah 30-12, 35-17, 31-0. That was the one game they won by 20 or more. Oh, they beat Arkansas.
I don't know. They do have a couple, like 38-13 over Washington State, 52-7 over Oregon State. Jeff. I think they can run them. I think they might be able to run.
Here's the problem, though. Huntley might not play.
Yeah, it says upgraded to probable, but you know how that goes. I mean, he was probable. We just didn't need him, though.
Yeah, we were going to roll this game.
Yeah, exactly.
Cal team total under. Utah's legit.
Yeah, no, I like it.
All right, let's wrap this up, man. Donnie, you're like in Pittsburgh. Is that true?
I'm going Pittsburgh, and give me the over. Forget the team total. I want the over also in that Hawaii game. Give me over 70.
All right, I'll go App State minus 25.5. By the way, Donnie, why is that number only 25.5? I bet that up to 28.
Which one?
App State. What the hell is that all about? I couldn't.
So you already got in on it, and it's lower now?
No, I haven't gotten in on it yet. No,
okay.
I'm saying I'd bet it up
gotcha.
To that.
Yeah.
If you're watching the show after the fact, thanks for checking it out. This is going to be the last mega preview. We'll just do this on Saturday. It's redundant to keep talking about the same games. We talk about it on the right side of campus as well. So it's been a fun. What do we got? 9 weeks, Donnie?
Yeah.
We're already 9
hangout sessions.
Already 9 weeks into the season. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you got going on the rest of the night?
Hold on. We got 2-2 game now, Jeff. Houston hits a 2-run blast with 2 outs. Alex Bregman. I mean, that guy never seems to disappoint.
Dude, I literally hate every player on the Astros. They're all fucking clowns, man.
I'm trying to see if the roof is open, Jeff. I don't think it is, though.
OBJ wants to play with Brady and talks to Belichick every time.
Oh, yeah, they're really nice. And, come on, man. Enough with that. By the way, I got to tell you, I know that line looks high. I like Cleveland this week, Jeff. I do.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not betting those.
Jeff Greedy's coming back. Denzel Ward's coming back.
What do you think about the trade possibility? Halapuli Vati.
For anybody. So I don't even care who they get back. Yes, I love it. Well, who are they actually
Antonio Callaway?
Anything. Yes. Just give me somebody, man.
Give me Greedy.
We joked off the air, like, you want to improve the Eagles right now? You know what? Go out, sign Antonio Brown, send the 2 to, get AJ Green and a 3 to get a cornerback. Like, you could really turn around a football team in a blink if you wanted to.
Give me Greedy Williams for Vita.
I'll take anybody at corner, man. Give me Jackrabbit from the Giants for fucking.
Who else do they have? They have Denzel Ward, Greedy Williams. Who else do they have? Morgan Burnett.
Yeah, Morgan. Well, that's their safeties. But the other 2 corners that they had, which they're slipping my mind right now, were actually playing really good football while they were out.
Yeah, just give me something back.
They're healthy. The only guy that didn't practice today for the Browns was Demarius Randall, but everybody else is full go.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of, Demarius Randall.
Yeah.
I'll take him. He's a safety, though.
Yeah, I would take Greedy. I would take
Terrence
Denzel Ward
Mitchell
or
is
Greedy.
what we're thinking about.
Yeah, they were all right. They did all right.
All right, we're out of here. We'll be back tomorrow, 1 o'clock for the right side of campus. Make sure you check us out there. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Peace.